Alright, welcome back
in,
to
there's
Twin
the front
Snakes.
door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
Yeah, I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in.
What about the air duct near the door?
One sentry on the left, and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
I've literally never done this any other way. I've never gone in the other way. Here we are finally in control in what I think is one of the most iconic opening screens in video game histories. Since this game is fairly similar to Metal Gear Solid 2, Snake can now do push-ups, or pull-ups, sorry. There's not really a big use for it in this game. We don't have anything in our inventory right now, except for our items. We don't have any weapons, I guess I should have said, but, you know, we've got cigarettes, we've got binoculars. I usually take this way, and by usually I mean I've literally never not taken this way. And technically, you've actually already seen me play this part because of that dream sequence in Metal Gear Solid 4. You could do this in this game, but it's not as funny. Because like I said, the enemies are a little bit smarter, and also they don't have the, you know, what was that noise? Whose footprints are these? So it's not as fun to do, unfortunately. So I'd say this beginning part is one of the only, like, somewhat difficult parts, because I always get caught by somebody in this area.
You've got a weapon. To use it, first hold down the weapon menu button to open the weapon window.
Yeah,
Then,
thanks, I've played Metal
select
Gear
the
Solid
weapon you
games
want to
before.
equip from the weapon icons. After you've selected the weapon, release the weapon menu button. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. Refer to the explanations displayed in the window for instructions on the use of each weapon. Don't fire your gun needlessly or you might be discovered.
Cough,
If you had a
cough,
gun with
Dark
a
Side
suppressor,
Phil.
It would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha.
Yeah,
Her
Nastasha,
frequency
my
is
favorite character.
141.52.
Let's give her a call.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
No, the pleasure's all mine, Nastasha, my favorite Metal Gear Solid character
You can ask
ever.
me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well.
I don't know. This is...
They
I'll
asked me
never
to
really
participate
ever
in this
talk to
operation
Nastasha.
as a supervisor
I'll call her
of the
once and
nuclear
then that's like
emergency
it.
search team. I was happy to accept.
And she
It
never
is
comes
not
back.
about
She's never in
terrorists
any of the
hands
other
on nuclear
games.
weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon. The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I.
I'd say she's kind of like the SIGINT of this game, where you never need to call her, and she's never really a big part of the
That'll be
game.
enough.
And if you
I'm
probably
not a soldier
didn't ever
here
call her,
doing
you'd never know
things
she was in the
anyway.
game.
It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
Enough of that nonsense. Let's go get caught. This is seriously the only part in the game that I'm bad at, and I don't know why. I always get caught by one person while going up the stairs.
A surveillance camera.
Gotta say, I like Kiefer's delivery of that line a little bit better. I know. Blasphemy. See, I've already gotten caught. Oh well. I'm just gonna take my losses and go. Gonna go under here, and just leave this area behind. Well, I'm off to a great start. But no, like I said, that's the only part in the game that I'm really, like, bad at. And now we're gonna get introduced to one of my favorite characters in the series.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's
Kaz.
been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a boot camp instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
I do like
Well,
how
I know lots
when
about
Robin
surviving
Atkin Downs
in a
eventually
harsh
takes over the
environment.
role
I've
of
lived in Alaska
Master
longer
Miller,
than you. So call me if you
he
have any
sounds
questions
somewhat
about the
similar
floor or
to how he
phone
does in
here.
this game.
My frequency is 141.80.
Yeah, I'll be calling Miller at least a few times, because if you've seen my Peace Walker or Ground Zeroes walkthrough, you know I love me some Miller. It's Miller time. But yeah, we should get, yep, a cutscene right around here. Because this game just can't go 5 seconds without a cutscene. Like I said, the gameplay to cutscene ratio in this game is the most ridiculous.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
Hey, Steve
They
Bloom.
just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Wait a minute. I haven't killed anybody.
Too.
Stealth. There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
Yeah, that's another good thing about Twin Snakes version is that Steve Bloom just plays a whole bunch of the Genome Soldiers. You could be going around killing a whole bunch of people, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, hey, I'm Steve Bloom. And then you feel bad. You don't want to kill him because he's Steve Bloom. But when you kill him, he says, bang. Nothing really too exciting happens in these vents. Well, there's a lot more detail put into this game as it is a Nintendo GameCube game. And if you paid attention during the credits, Shigeru Miyamoto's name is actually attached to this game, which is so surreal to see. But there's also a lot of Nintendo references in this game, as it is a Nintendo exclusive.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
So since you can hang from things, the Twin Snakes version of this room is far easier than the original one. All you have to do is just hang off of this balcony here, drop down. Whoops, that was not the right button. Let's do that again. Drop down. Drop. There we go. And then the elevator is literally right there. We'll explore that room in more detail a little bit later, but right now, I just like doing that. There's like, I think you can get there's a weapon, some chaff, and I think maybe a cardboard box you can pick up if you actually explore that room. But I won't be needing a weapon because I don't plan on like killing anybody.
Look at the radar! It's picking up the DARPA chief! He's the green dot! Hurry and rescue him!
Yeah, we don't have a key card or anything like that, so we can't just go in the room. Ignore this codec, it's literally just going to be Campbell telling you how to go up ladders. You press the Y button. Yeah, pretty much anytime it's like, hey, Snake, this is how you crawl. Snake, to use a ladder, press the Y button. And it does get kind of annoying after a while. This game is very cutscene heavy. Metal Gear Solid 2 is very codec heavy. Metal Gear Solid 3 is very awesome heavy. And Metal Gear Solid 4 is very amazing heavy.
All right.
Yeah, there's our first introduction to a recurring Metal Gear character. But yeah, that's sort of a secret cutscene that you don't, doesn't need to happen. You don't have to see it, but you can. There should be another cutscene coming up. Well, of course, you could just count to 5 and there'll be another cutscene coming up at pretty much any point in this game. Yep, there you go, cutscene. That ass.
A woman?
Never seen one of those before.
Not him.
Alright, let's see how long they put us in the gameplay before our next cutscene. 1, 2, 3... 3 seconds. That was 3 seconds.
Huh?
Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm sure that didn't make too much noise at all.
I'm here to save you.
You're a little short for a stormtrooper.
Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent in here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true.
My butt is
You
worthless.
don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for the keeping of dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
That's the official story. Got it? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A truly historical weapon.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear.
There it is.
Can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard that the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production.